Hello, and welcome to our DogBizPro help video series. In this video, we will be explaining how to manually add a package to a client's account. Clients are able to register for packages online, but if you ever wanted to manually add a package to a client's account, you would just want to do the following. First, you would want to navigate to one of your working modules by clicking on the module dropdown and selecting either daycare and boarding, therapy, or training. For this example, we will navigate to the training module. Once you're inside of your training module, you can click on the Clients tab in order to search for the client in question. And then from the search results down below, you could click on the client in question in order to be brought to that client's specific page. Once you're inside of this client's specific page, you would just want to look in the icon list and find the Add a Client Package icon. After you found that icon, you would want to click on it in order to open up your Add Client Package window. From inside of this window, you should be able to choose which package you want the client to register for and actually assign it to their account. The first interactive drop-down box showing inside of this window is the dog drop-down box. Here you're able to assign this package to a specific dog if you wanted to, or you can leave it showing as a default any. If it was set to any, the client could apply the credit towards a valid registration using any dog attached to their account. If they had chosen a specific dog on their account, then they must select that specific dog in order to use the credit at the time of registration. So again, we'll just leave this to any, so that means any dog on my account can use this credit. The next drop-down box showing inside this window is the Packages drop-down. This drop-down will allow you to select the package you want to assign to this client. So if I was to click on this package drop-down, all the packages that are currently created would be showing inside this drop-down, and I could choose the package in question, and that would actually populate over some data for me. The next area showing is the cost text box. Based off the package that I've chosen, the cost will automatically populate. However, if you wanted to manually change the cost amount, you could do that here. So again, as I mentioned, based off the package that I've chosen, that cost will automatically populate. But let's say for whatever reason you didn't want to charge the client the full $50 for that package and instead you only wanted to charge them $40, you could make that change here. Next is the expires text box. Much like the cost, this will auto-populate based off the package that was selected. However, if you wanted to manually extend the expiration date, you can make that change here. So let's say instead of ending on 6/8/2018, I actually wanted that to end on 2019, I could make that change here. The last section showing inside of this window would allow you to apply a prepayment, automatically create an invoice for this registration, etc. So if a client had a prepayment on their account and you wanted to actually apply that prepayment towards this registration, you would be able to click this Use Prepayment Balance checkbox in order to actually apply that prepayment towards this registration. If a client does not have a prepayment on their account, then this checkbox would not be showing. So again, if you wanted to actually apply your prepayment towards this registration, you could check that box and it would actually apply your existing prepayment balance towards this registration. Next, you should be able to see a checkbox titled Automatically Create Invoice for this registration. You would just want to check this checkbox if you wanted an invoice to be automatically created for this registration. If you did not check this checkbox, then the client's account would still be charged, but the charged transaction would not yet be attached to an invoice. So again, if you wanted to automatically create an invoice for this registration, you just check that checkbox there. The next checkbox showing is to automatically email the invoice for this registration. If you were automatically creating an invoice for this registration, you could also choose to automatically email that invoice out to the client as well. So again, if you wanted to automatically email the invoice for this registration out to the client, you would just want to make sure to check that checkbox as well. The last two drop-down boxes showing inside of this window are for applying a discount and for applying a payment. If you wanted to apply a discount right at the time of registration, you would just want to click on the Apply Discount drop-down box, choose the discount in question, and again, that would automatically apply it to this registration. On the same note, if you wanted to apply payment towards this registration, you could click on the Apply Payment drop-down box, choose the payment method, and again, that would actually apply payment towards this registration. So again, if you're wanting to actually apply payment right at the time of registration, you could use this Apply Payment drop-down box in order to do so. Once you're finished, you can click Save in order to actually add that package to the client's account. Now, if you review the Client's Packages tab, you should be able to see that package showing inside the client's account. If the client attempted to register for a valid service, they would now be able to apply a credit from that package right at the time of online registration. You could also manually apply a credit using the Use Credit checkbox right at the time of registration as well. Hopefully that helps and explains how to manually register a client for a package.